Uh, Hello. It's a pleasure to be here talking to you all again. A recent incident involving SCP-049 arose, and I believed perhaps I should write and record a log pertaining to it. I went out of my way to speak with the SCP with the permission from Supervisor Mendoza. I merely requested to have a chat with the SCP. SCP-049 seemed to be lively and willing to cooperate in chat. I spoke with him about my friend, and how I haven't seen him in some time, nor have I heard from him. It's just strange. We were just good friends, and I just found it strange he wouldn't have even sent me an email yet. Anyways, SCP-049 requested that he tell me a story, as he seemed to understand the feeling of not seeing his friends for some time. I agreed to listen, and honestly, I think I understand. SCP-049 read me this story: The Most Foolish Traveler in the World. Once upon a time, there was a foolish traveler who had gone on a journey. Why was he foolish? Well, because he was fooled by everyone he met. Please, some money for medicine. Everywhere he went, people made up all kinds of sad stories to tell him, and the traveler fell for every one of them. I have a sick younger sister. I don't have any money to buy seeds to plant in my fields. Pretty soon, his money, his clothes, even his shoes had been cheated away from him. But the foolish traveler was always glad to help, and he always told the people the same thing. He said, "I wish you happiness." But by this point, though, the traveler was completely naked and with nothing left to cover himself. He decided to leave the main road and traveled through the dense forest where no one could see him. But soon, he was discovered by the goblins that lived in the woods. The goblins wanted to eat the traveler's body, so they begged and pleaded and used kind words to try and trick him. Of course, the traveler was fooled. First, he let the goblins eat one of his legs, then an arm, then more, and more. Before it was over, all that the traveler had left was his head. He'd even given his eyes away to the last of the goblins. And as the last goblin was eating the traveler's eyes, he turned and said, "Thank you, traveler. In return, I leave you this present." What the goblin left was a slip of paper with the word "fool" written on it. The traveler couldn't see it. He didn't know what it was. Even so, tears began to flow down his face. "Thank you," he said. "This is the first present anyone ever gave me. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Thank you." Even without his eyes, he cried and cried, great tears of joy. Then, the traveler died, the smile still on his face. Thinking back to the story, I think to myself how he literally gave everything away, until all that was left was his head. And I realized, maybe I'm just like him. Loss, hardship, anything like that, they shouldn't be things we worry about. Many of you may think he is foolish, but I think he was just doing what he wanted to do. I think he just wanted to make others happy. Maybe that's why we are all here. Maybe we are all fools in our own minds. I hope this allows you to question yourself and maybe appreciate every day just a little bit more. If any SOC or High Command have any questions, they can contact me at Winters. Out.